Hack Slash Resurrection, issue number 12, and actually the final issue of Hack Slash Resurrection. Yeah, I did not know until I actually got to the end, but this is apparently it. This is the final issue of Hack Slash Resurrection. I don't know if it was a mini-series. I don't know if it was, supposed to be 12 or if it just got canceled because of low sales. But this is it. Final Hack Slash Resurrection. I guess the good news for any Hack Slash fans out there is that there's going to be more Hack Slash. Let me see if I can show it off, showing the final page. There's going to be a Hack Slash versus Chaos. And we've got something even crazier to follow that. Plus, we're working on that Accursed movie. I doubt that movie is going anywhere. They've been trying to work on that movie since the Hack Slash first came out. It's probably just going to be forever in developmental hell. But yeah, final issue. So what can I say about this issue? It has a good cover. That's pretty much all I can say. The cover is good. Actually, it looks like, they actually have Cassie drawn in a way where she looks like how she did in the original DDP series and the original Image series. It's a portfolio piece, basically. It's just her posing, covered in blood, and nothing about this cover has anything to do whatsoever with this issue. Like, literally nothing. We don't see Camp, Arawak or whatever, however you want to pronounce it. We don't see any of this, so it's just a thrown away cover. But at least it's well drawn. It's more than I can say for all the previous covers. God, previous Hack Slash. It's funny how the Hack Slash, like starting with Hack Slash versus Vampirella, Hack Slash Resurrection, all those covers were just freaking terrible. And it's like, Hack Slash used to have like really good covers. In fact, it was actually a cover that got me into Hack Slash. It was the one where she's laying in a pool of blood. Like she's like in a bathtub of blood. And it's like, sexy and dark and intriguing. And the cover actually had to do with the story. But now it's just whatever. It feels like no one cares. But yeah, we start off with Cassie and Vlad's singing some kind of song, whatever, I don't care. And then, yeah, I guess something goes wrong with the car. And it crashes. This kind of confused me because I was like, okay, is it supposed to be like a sandstorm hits? Because this doesn't look like a sandstorm. This kind of looks like maybe a sandstorm hit. But is there something wrong with the car? You don't really give any indication. Basically, you go like this, and then the car totals, it flips. Like, what's going on? Why is this car acting this way? But whatever. Basically, our car is totaled, and they're stuck in Wortham. Good, clean place to live. Mayor Richard Weiner. And then we have this thing where anytime Cassie curses, a sound happens. So like it's like a bunch of symbols. Did you hear a bunch of jarbled punctuation too? So they're kind of breaking the fourth wall in this issue. So here's our main villain. He's the censor, and we have a kid reading Huckleberry Finn, and then the guy shows up and kills him by smashing a censor stamp on his face. I'm assuming he's dead. That looks like blood. I don't know why a little boy would be out at night reading Huckleberry Finn in the dark, but that's the thing. So it made me think, okay, well, you have a kid being murdered. Is this going to be like the old Hack Slash where it's like dark with some comedic bits? Or is this going to be like just total Scooby-Doo territory? And unfortunately, it's the latter. Like we have Cassie go in to talk to this lady about fixing her car. And the lady makes some crack about, do you want to wear a jacket or poncho? Cassie says, I think the place where my thighs rub together is bleeding. So the lady opens up a trap door and sends her down a tube where, we even get that. We get like a sensor shot where they meet Dick Weiner. And of course, they take cracks at his name. Your name is literally Dick Weiner, blah, blah, blah. It's dumb. So, they stay at a hotel, and Vlad decides to call for help to get them a ride out. And you would think, hey, maybe call Kat, the other person that kind of helps you with your group. No, let's call Lori. Let's call the 17-year-old girl who we haven't seen in a lot of issues, who Cassie hooked up with, and then they ended up breaking off because Cassie had to kill her mom. Let's go get that girl to help us get a ride out. And then, of course, she can't because, the only way to get here on short notice was to take the bike. When is the bike faster than the car? Plus, you would think Vlad would be like, hey, our car broke down. Can you give us a ride out? Okay. Like, why would Vlad just say something like, hey, we're in this town. We need your help. Come here as soon as you can. And her first reaction is, well, if I want to get there fast, I better take the bike. I don't know. Whatever. Nothing matters. I did think this was kind of interesting. I mean, I don't care for the whole, like, I don't care for the humor or the dialogue in this. I just like the fact that like they're talking over each other, so they literally have like all their dialogue bubbles combined. I thought that's like an interesting thing to do. But yeah, apparently they have a feeling that there's some kind of evil going on. So Cassie decides to go out and basically start cursing, show off her breasts. I might just make that the thumbnail just for clickbait. And start making out with her ex. There you go. There's your thumbnail right there. Let's see how many clicks I can get. I don't care anymore. And yeah, here's our villain, the censor. And we get a stupid fight where they try to stab him and he doesn't bleed because that's M-rated. Cassie hits him in the balls with her spiked bat and nothing happens because apparently he chopped off his dick because, he doesn't want to be lewd. And yeah, we're going to stop here because I don't want to show the rest. You can guess who the censor is. Take a wild shot in the dark. It's basically a whole Scooby-Doo thing. I mean, they literally have like a Scooby-Doo moment. Like, it's like, I would have gone away if it wasn't for you, So that's the final issue of Hack/Resurrection. It ends in a whimper. Disappointing. This whole series has been disappointing. This has been a disappointing run. God, this is... I'm hoping that the Hack/ crossover with Chaos is really good. And I'm hoping that, whatever crazy thing with Hack/ is next that they mentioned here at the let me see if I can, right here where the something even crazier to follow that, and I'm hoping that's maybe like another run with maybe someone who actually likes the Hack/ and has knowledge about the Hack/, because everything here is just dumb. Like, Vlad's talking normally. He doesn't have his herder Holmes speech pattern. The whole thing with Vlad was kind of dumb. Like, they brought him back, and I thought, okay, well, he's acting a little bit different than he usually does. Maybe this is a result of his resurrection. Maybe this isn't the real Vlad. Maybe we're going to get some kind of story arc, that explains all this. No, it's just Vlad's acting like this because the writer has no idea how to write Vlad. And then we have Cassie, who goes from a damaged monster hunter who uses snark to hide away her pain. We just kind of drop the whole hide away the pain and just have her just be snarky all the time, regardless of what's happening. Like, I literally was reading one of the older issues where Cassie's being tortured. She's like tied down. This guy is like basically, the slasher is basically like cutting off her toes and basically like just torturing her about her history, like her growing up, being teased as a kid, her mom killing, students, and her having to murder her mom. And Cassie kind of is a little bit snarky. She's kind of trashing him and stuff like that. But then once the killer is dead and she's back safe in a hotel, she literally breaks down crying. And like, there's like a sweet moment where like Vlad's like holding her and basically trying to comfort her as Cassie just breaks into tears. And it's like, That's a very human moment, but we get none of that here. Cassie literally like laughs and snarks everything off. Like there's no moment where I feel like she's taking anything seriously. And because she never takes anything seriously, I can't take anything seriously. Like I can't. It's hard to root for a character who's just so apathetic about everything. If nothing matters, if there's no like drama, if there's no like, oh man, we might actually die, then what's keeping me going? Literally, the only thing keeping me reading this series is just the fact that I'm a huge fan of Hack Slash, and I try to collect every issue that I can. If that wasn't the case, I wouldn't be reading this. But this is just a stupid Scooby Doo dumb mystery where we have a snarky, kind of annoying Cassie and a out of character Vlad taking on cases, and in this issue they're fighting a dickless masked censor. Like what happened? Where did my Hack Slash go? Like Hack Slash used to be like an homage to like slasher movies, but I got none of that in any of these issues. This whole thing was just basically, I don't even want to compare it to Scooby-Doo, because Scooby-Doo is actually the shit. Scooby-Doo is awesome. This wasn't. This was just a waste of time and money. I'm glad that this run is done. I hope that maybe Chaos turns out to be good and does well enough that we keep seeing more Hack Slash. I guess that's my only thing. I kind of fear like I don't want Hack Slash to end. It's been forever since we got a Hack Slash run. It sucks that it had to be a terrible one, but I don't want to go another like 5+ years before we get another Hack Slash run, you know? So here's hoping that Chaos is good, and here's hoping that whatever's next, maybe we get another run, and that one actually tends to be good. Get someone who, actually knows their Hack Slash lore and knows how to write these characters, and doesn't go like the whole Scooby-Doo route. I don't know. Here's the best way to explain this. Since this is like a tribute to slasher, it's supposed to be Hack Slash, supposed to be a tribute to slasher movies. I'm gonna use a slasher analogy. The original Hack Slash Resurrection, the DDP in the original Image run, is Nightmare on Elm Street. Hack Slash Resurrection is Freddy's Dead. The nightmare ends, or the final nightmare. That's the best comparison I can give. Original Hack Slash is Nightmare on Elm Street. Hack Slash Resurrection is Freddy's Dead. That's basically what they did. They just kind of dropped the horror elements and just turned it into a snarky comedy. And it sucks. So yeah, that's Hack Slash Resurrection issue number 12. Ends in a whimper. Hope you guys enjoyed. Later.